Hey guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector, and if you remember a few months ago I made a video called the top 30 characters FNAF AR needs. That video is personally one of my favorites, but it's aged quite a bit, especially since there's been a lot of stuff happening with the game since March. So today we will be doing a remake of that video, but really quick, if you don't want to be spoiled about any of the characters that have been confirmed in the files, please click away now. None of the characters that have been in the files already will be put on this list, because obviously they've been confirmed to be coming, so there's really no need to. Have you guys clicked away? Good, because Nightmare Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Foxy, Yendo 02, Scrap Baby, and Ballora will not be on this list. They've all been confirmed in the files, but with the introduction out of the way and explaining the rules, let's get right into the top 30 characters FNAF AR needs. Coming in at number 30, and unfortunately last place, is Electrobab from Sister Location Custom Night. I think Electrobab may just be the least popular FNAF character of all time. He only had one appearance in Sister Location Custom Night and has never been seen again. There's nothing really wrong with Electrobab, but every single character after this point I could see making it in before Electrobab, so that's the reason why Electrobab comes in at number 30. Let's move on to number 29. Coming in at number 29 is the Music Man from Five Nights at Freddy's 6. Unlike Electrobab, I actually see fans of Music Man. He's been in 2 games, FNAF 6 and Ultimate Custom Night. He also has a voice as well, which really helps. I've decided to put him on the lower half of the list just because I see Illumix getting to all the other characters on this list first. Music Man is cool, but I don't see them really having a desire to put him in so soon. All the characters past Electrobab I could see making it in the game. The only reason why I put Music Man on the lower half of the list is because he's the one I see them getting to towards the end. Coming in at number 28 is Funtime Chica from FNAF 6. I put her higher than Music Man just because I feel like the camera flashing mechanic from Ultimate Custom Night and the screen being distorted would come into play. If you couldn't tell, with every character, Illumix tries to think of some sort of new mechanic. That's the reason why it's taken them so long to put Plushtrap in the game, is because they're having trouble thinking of mechanics. Funtime Chica in Ultimate Custom Night is just a distraction. The only thing you would have to change is just make her be able to kill you. Like, for example, when the camera flashes and the screen's wavy, that's when she attacks. So coming in at number 28 is Funtime Chica. Let's move on to number 27. I'm gonna cheat a little bit in this number 27 spot and put all 4 of the Rockstar animatronics from FNAF 6. All 4 of the Rockstar animatronics have a very distinct personality, and I feel like if one made it in, they would all 4 make it in. In Ultimate Custom Night, they all have distinct mechanics that could work really well in the FNAF AR game. Like every character that's been listed so far, the reason why they're so low on the list is because I feel like these would be some of the last characters Illumix would choose to put in. So coming in at number 27 is all 4 of the Rockstar animatronics. Let's move on to number 26. Coming in at number 26 is LChip from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really know where to put LChip on this list. I do think out of all the Posh Pizzeria animatronics of LChip, Funtime Chica, and Music Man, LChip does have the highest possibility of getting in. But honestly, I think LChip and the Rockstar animatronics could just be switched around, but I just decided to put LChip in front of the Rockstar. So coming in at number 26 is LChip. Let's move on to number 25. Coming in at number 25 is all of the mediocre melodies. Once again, like the Rockstars, if they add one of them, I think they will add all of them. Like the Rockstars, all of the mediocre melodies have distinct personalities and mechanics that could work really well in FNAF AR. I give the mediocre melodies the edge here just because I feel like they're more unique and I see more fans of them. Personally, I just feel like the mediocre melodies are the more popular simulator gang. So coming in at number 25 is the mediocre melodies. Let's move on to number 24. Coming in at number 24 is Biddybab from Sister Location. In the teasers upcoming to Sister Location, it looked like the Biddybabs were going to play a big role, but unfortunately they were only in one night of the entire game. Well, I mean, I guess they were in the custom night, but that wasn't even canon, so it doesn't even really count. Hopefully when they do away with the Sister Location animatronics like Ballora and Funtime Foxy, maybe we could see Biddybab. I'm not sure. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how likely this is, but I would definitely love to see Biddybab in the game at some point. I think it would be really interesting. Coming in at number 23 is all 6 of the Phantom animatronics from FNAF 3. The Phantom animatronics are a pretty interesting case for me, because all 6 of the Phantom animatronics have been here since the beginning, since FNAF 3, but obviously the Phantoms are only hallucinations, so I don't really know how they would work in FNAF AR. I think they could only really work as distractions, because I don't really know how they would have their own plush shoots or something. I would personally love to see the Phantoms in the game, but I don't really think that they would work too well as workshop animatronic plush shoots. Tell me how you guys think about the Phantoms being in the comments, and what ideas you have for their mechanics. Coming in at number 22 is the Candy Cadet from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. I see Candy Cadet working great as some sort of joke character or something, maybe for an April Fool's Day. When Illumix finally gets around to adding FNAF 6 characters, I feel like they will definitely consider Candy Cadet. I would love to get some new voice lines from him. He's a very funny character, so coming in at number 22 is Candy Cadet. Let's move on to number 21. Coming in at number 21 is JJ. JJ, while not my favorite character, I think Illumix would definitely consider putting FNAF AR at some point. While JJ has been here since the beginning, she's not really that interesting. I can't really think of any new mechanics for her. She's just kinda too bland to make a new character out of, and that's personally why I just put her solo on the list. So coming in at number 21 is JJ. Let's move on to the top 20. Kicking off the top 20, we have Lilbit from Sister Location. Unlike most of the characters on this list so far, she's had multiple appearances in FNAF World, Sister Location Custom Night, Ultimate Custom Night. I don't know if Lilbit would be her own character or a skin of Funtime Foxy, because Lilbit has the whole LOL thing going on, so I'm not sure. I can't wait for Lilbit to be in the game. I definitely see her being in sometime soon. So coming in at number 20 is Lilbit. Let's move on to number 19. Coming in at number 19 is grahamfoxy from the Curse of Dreadbear DLC. I feel really bad because in the last video I completely skipped over grahamfoxy, but not in this video. Grahamfoxy, along with 3 other characters, I could see working really well for some sort of Halloween event. I would love to see grahamfoxy in the game, but I don't know how the rights between Steelwool and Illumix go if they're allowed to use grahamfoxy. I do think the other 2 Jackos are a lot more likely, but we'll just have to see. So coming in at number 19 is grahamfoxy. Let's move on to number 18. Coming in at number 18 is Yendo from Sister Location. I'd be really curious to see if Illumix decides to give Yendo a voice or not. I feel like Yendo would be a pretty easy animatronic for them to do, because all they would have to do is take out the endoskeleton of Funtime Freddy, give it yellow eyes, an extra hand, and boom, you've got yourself a Yendo. Yendo is personally one of my favorite animatronics, and I would love to see him in the game maybe sometime around 2021. Coming in at number 17 is Jacko Bonnie from the FNAF 4 Halloween DLC. Like grahamfoxy, I could see Jacko Bonnie working really well as some sort of Halloween event skin. In the FNAF 4 DLC, they're basically reskins of Nightmare Bonnie and Nightmare Chica. This would be a perfect opportunity to reskin the Nightmares and make actual canon characters at the same time. Coming right off of Jacko Bonnie, we have Jacko Chika. I could see her also working really well as some sort of Halloween event skin. I only rank her slightly higher, just because I see a lot more fans of Jacko Chika out there. She was in Ultimate Custom Night, and also I just think if Illumix was going to choose one, they would choose Jacko Chika, honestly just simply because of that pumpkin. But if one of the skins made it in, I'm pretty sure the other one would as well, but if they had to choose one, I think they would go with Jacko Chika. Coming in at numbers 15 is Shadow Freddy. I've said this before and I'll say it again, Shadow Freddy always gets overshadowed by Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Freddy wasn't in Ultimate Custom Night, Shadow Bonnie was, and Shadow Bonnie's in FNAF AR and Shadow Freddy isn't. The last canon in-game appearance we had of Shadow Freddy was those FNAF 3 cutscenes, and that was back in 2015. A really easy way to put Shadow Freddy in the game is just have him spawn instead of Shadow Bonnie sometimes. That's plain, simple, and really easy. Coming in at number 14 is Nightmare Mangle. Nightmare Mangle is personally one of my favorite designed FNAF animatronics. It's got a very intimidating design, it's really interesting with all the endoskeleton parts, and I would really be curious to see if Illumix would give it a voice or not. In Ultimate Custom Night, for a voice, all we got was these weird, random, gargling radio. Yeah, whatever that's supposed to be. Coming in at number 13 is Nightmare from FNAF 4. Nightmare is still one of the most mysterious animatronics in the entire franchise. Even though he's already been in 3 games, FNAF 4, FNAF World, and FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, we still know barely anything about him. He is definitely, though, one of the most iconic FNAF 4 characters, and I would love to see his voice actor return for FNAF AR. So Nightmare comes in at number 13, let's move on to the top 12. Coming in at number 12 is Dreadbear. So my personal ideal Halloween event would be to have Dreadbear and Grahamfoxy as 2 new characters and have Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chika as 2 new skins. Dreadbear is personally in my top 10 favorite FNAF characters list, and I would love to see him in the game. The Curse of Dreadbear mode in FNAF AR was such an interesting experience, and I would love to see him in the Halloween event in FNAF AR. Dreadbear is such an interesting and unique character, and I would love to see him in the game. So coming in at number 12 is Dreadbear, let's move on to number 11. Coming in at number 11 is Scrap Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 6. While I can't think of any great new mechanics for Scrap Springtrap, I can think of new voice lines for him. It would be great to get PJ Haywood to return for the role. Scrap Springtrap is such a funny and underrated character. He got shafted in the merch line, so let's try to give him a little bit of love in FNAF AR. Lefty and Scrap Baby have already been confirmed, so let's get Scrap Springtrap and Molten Freddy to complete the set. Coming in at number 10 is Nightmare Balloon Boy. I'm gonna be honest, I was really surprised when I found out he wasn't in the files. Nightmare Balloon Boy to me feels like the most iconic Halloween event DLC character. As always, I would love his voice to return, and he could have a great mechanic with the chair or maybe flashing the light on him like Plushtrap. So kicking off the top 10 we have Nightmare Balloon Boy, let's move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have the first Withered animatronic, that being Withered Freddy. To this day, I'm still salty that JJ made it into Ultimate Custom Night and Withered Foxy and Withered Freddy got cut. In FNAF AR though, I can't think of a mechanic, but I would definitely love for Withered Freddy to finally get a voice after so many years. After FNAF World, the only love Withered Freddy's gotten in the franchise was a little bit in VR when he was in the Curse of Dreadbear DLC in the Withered mode, but besides that, he hasn't been in any game, so I really think he deserves to be in FNAF AR soon. Coming in at number 8, we have Molten Freddy from Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. I am 100% confident that Molten Freddy will make it into the game at some point. He's one of the most iconic Scrap animatronics, and I think out of all of them, the only one that they may consider cutting is Springtrap. The only problem I really see with Molten Freddy is I can't really think of a new mechanic for him, but besides that, he's one of the most iconic characters in the entire franchise, and I definitely feel like he needs to be in this game soon. Coming in at number 7 is Withered Chica. Unlike Withered Freddy, Withered Chica's actually been in Ultimate Custom Night. She has a voice, so I feel like she's a lot more likely. Withered Chica's also very different from the other Chicas as far as model-wise. She's the only one without hands, her jaw's really weird, she has no eyelids, which is just odd, and it's really creepy. As far as mechanics go, I think they could just reuse the FNAF 2 mask, only play that sound that plays when the Withered animatronics are, you know, doing the jump scare thing. You know what I'm talking about. Coming in at number 6, we have Ennard from Sister Location. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't been in the files yet. Ennard has so much history in Sister Location and Ultimate Custom Night. There's so much to do with his mechanics here. Ennard has a lot of source material to work with as far as mechanics. Also, they could probably just reuse his voice lines from the private room Ennard boss fight challenge from Night 5 in Sister Location. Kicking off the top 5, we have Withered Foxy from FNAF 2. I feel like Withered Foxy could have a great mechanic with the flashlight. Maybe he would disable it in charge or something. I don't know. You could get really creative with this. Maybe they would bring back Withered Foxy's voice actor from FNAF World. I'm not sure. I don't know if they give him a new voice or what. We'll just have to see. So coming in at number 5 is Withered Foxy. Let's move on to the top 4. Coming right off of Withered Foxy is the final Withered animatronic, Withered Bonnie. Listen, I've been in the FNAF community for about 3 years now, and one thing I realized is that Withered Bonnie is by far the fan favorite Withered animatronic. His design is one of the most creative in the entire series. He has a very interesting mechanic with the mask. It could work really well in FNAF AR. It's basically the same story as Withered Chica, interesting design, great mechanic with the mask. The only reason why I rank Withered Bonnie as the highest is just because it's the most popular, I think. Coming in at number 3 is Funtime Foxy. I cannot believe Funtime Foxy is not in these gosh darn files. We have Ballora, Baby, and Funtime Freddy, and if we don't get Funtime Foxy, it is really gonna make me mad. I would bet $1 million that Funtime Foxy probably will be in the game at some point, but it's just kind of scary that he's not in the files right now. I really hope Illumix brings back Joe for his voice again. He has great mechanics with Showtime, there's so many good possibilities, I just really hope Illumix adds him soon. Coming in as the runner-up is Nightmare Fredbear from FNAF 4. Now listen, I'm not mad or anything, but why would Nightmarionne be put in the files before undoubtedly the scariest animatronic they could possibly put in an AR game? I'm not mad or anything. It's just, Nightmarionne's voice is good and all, but Nightmare Fredbear has my favorite voice, one of my favorite character designs, and I'll keep this short. Put him in the game. And coming in as the character I think deserves to be in FNAF AR the most is the puppet. Going back to talking about Nightmarionne, why is the Nightmare version of the puppet in before the regular puppet? Like Funtime Foxy, I'm sure she's going to be in at some point, but it's just kind of scary she's not confirmed. Obviously, great mechanics are available with winding the music box and stuff. And yeah, with that all being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. That was the top 30 characters I personally believe need to be in FNAF AR the most. Tell me in the comments which characters you would add, switch around, stuff like that. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. But with all of that being said, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.